Mariana, and in this video I'm going to teach you a beginner's slow flow that's going to be quite short and is suitable for all levels, but especially focused on beginners in the yoga practice. So let's start in a cross-legged position. You can have a cushion around or a block that you can sit to help you elongate your spine. And then you can simply close your eyes, bring your hands into your knees, and we start tuning, observing our breath, arriving in our bodies, in our mat. And preparing ourselves physically and mentally to start this yoga practice. Here, you can start paying attention on the breath coming in and out of your nostrils. And in every inhalation, you try to expand your lungs and exhale all the air out. Deep inhale and deep exhale. Expanding your lungs with each breath. Slowly bring your hands into your heart center. In yoga, it's always nice to set an intention for the practice. You can set an intention of gratitude, of motivation, maybe dedicate your practice to somebody. Simply choose something that resonates with you. And slowly open the eyes, bring your hands into your knees, and we will start moving into a child's pose. So here you can have your big toes touching and your knees in the outside edges of your mat, and you can simply come down and relax here. Stretch in your lower back, trying to push your sacrum towards your heels, finding some opening in the back, in the hips. And always stay connected with your breath. Continue with deep inhalations and deep exhalations. Paying attention on the breath, the path that the breath is doing when it comes in and out of your body. Two more deep breaths here. And slowly start coming up. Here, you can bring your knees together and we are gonna sit on our toes here for a nice toe stretch. If that's uncomfortable for you, you can keep seated on your knees in Vajrasana pose. Otherwise, sit on your toes. This is a very nice stretch, but it can be very intense sometimes. So if it's too much for you, simply stay on your knees. Otherwise, we stay here, stretching our toes. This is such a powerful stretch for your feet. And simply try to focus on your breath. If you feel pain, you can come down, but if it's simply a discomfort because you're not used to this posture, Try to hold on a little bit, focusing on the breath. And now coming back, sitting on your heels again, and we do a counter pose. So here we lift our knees up, and you can keep your hands on the back. Now stretching the front part of the feet. If it's too easy for you, you can also stay with your hands in your knees, feeling a nice stretch here in your feet. Again, focusing on the breath. Observing the stretch in your ankles. And slowly coming back. And we move to all fours for cat and cow posture. So here you inhale, arch your back. Exhale, looking into your navel, pressing the hands down to arch more. Inhale up. Exhale, arch, looking into the navel. And cat and cow is a wonderful posture to start any yoga practice, warming up the spine with movements, connecting the breath. And go in your own rhythm. So inhale up and exhale, arching, looking into the navel. Very nice. Come back to neutral position. Here, keep pressing the hands down. Bring the feet to the left and looking into your tail. Coming back to center and then inhalation. Exhale to the other side. Feeling a nice stretch on the side of the body. And following the movement. The movement follows the breath. Inhale middle. Exhale to the side. Two more times like this. And very nice. Coming back to the middle in your all fours. Now we are going to move into a downward facing dog. One of the most important postures in yoga. We practice a lot, especially in flow. So tuck your toes and stretch your legs back. Here you can bend your knees, moving your legs a little bit. And then bend the knees, push the tailbone up. Look into your navel, start stretching your heels down towards the ground. It doesn't matter if your heels don't touch the floor yet. Just start pressing them down. 5 breaths in dog. Deep breaths. Here, in the next inhalation, we move into plank. And if you have to adjust yourself, do so. So your hands should be underneath your shoulders and you should be pushing your heels towards the back. We can hold plank for a few moments, looking down so you don't put too much strain on your neck. And then in the next exhalation, we'll bring knees, chest and chin down to the floor. Bring your toes to touch the floor and push yourself forward for Bhujangasana Cobra. So your feet here is helping you push forward and lift the chest. Your elbows are inwards, so you're lifting from the heart. Now here, tuck the toes, sit on your heels, and come to downward facing dog. Again, if you need to adjust or move, feel free to do so. And we do this again. So coming to plank, push heels backwards, exhale knees, chest and chin. Change your feet and push yourself forward for little cobra. And again, tuck toes, sit on your heels, and come to downward facing dog. From here, we are gonna inhale, bring the right leg forward, and the left knee down. We are gonna inhale, open the arm up, stretching here. Staying 5 breaths, and you can look into your hand. Exhale down, framing your foot. You can stretch the leg back. Again, you can stay 5 breaths here. Bringing back. Now pressing your hands, tuck your toes, and move back into a downward facing dog. We repeat this on the opposite side. So bringing your left feet down in the middle of your hands. Inhale, open your left hand up. Stay 5 breaths here. Exhale, frame your foot and stretch back, bringing your feet up. In here, it's okay if you have a micro bend on your knee, protecting the knee from locking itself. After 5 breaths, come back, pressing the hands down, tuck the toes, and move again into a downward facing dog. From here, we start walking forward near our hands. Hold your elbows, move side to side here. Let go and slowly bend the knees and come up. Inhale, arms overhead. You can give yourself a little stretch here. Exhale, we fold forward. And again, if that's too much and you cannot put your hands on the floor, you can stay with the hands on your chins. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Again, holding the elbows or pressing down the floor. Inhale, look up again. Stretch your spine. Exhale, fold. One more time like this. Exhale, fold. Now we inhale, come all the way up. Urdhva hands up. And exhale down. Here you can come to the front of the mat. We're gonna balance in our toes. You can bring your hands into the heart center, balancing on your toes here. And we start slowly coming down. If you have any knee problem, you can simply come to sit. Otherwise, we can stay here coming down until you find your heels. And again, balancing a little bit. And bring the hands down and come to sit. So if you have any problem in your knee, you shouldn't do this transition. Now we prepare ourselves for some spinal twists. So bring your legs close to your body. Hold your legs with your left hand. And then inhale, lift your right arm up and bring on the back of your body, twisting and looking to the right shoulder. And again, we stay 5 breaths. Inhale, come back to center. Hold with the opposite hand. Inhale, arms up. And exhale to the back, looking into the left shoulder now. And here, you're using your hand as a leverage to twist a little bit. After 5 breaths, come back to the center. Extend your legs, and we're going to twist again, but now bringing the right feet on the outside edge of the left knee, and we are going to twist. Again, you can simply hold your knee like this and coming to the side, looking into the right shoulder, or if you want to go deeper, you can bring your elbow on the outside edge of your knee and use as a leverage going deeper in the twist. Your feet is flexed, your legs are engaged, your belly is in, looking into the shoulder. Inhale, come back to center, change legs. So again, choose your variation. Inhale, coming back to center, extend the leg. Now we are going to bring the feet where the knees were before. The hands go back and we do a tabletop position. So pressing your feet down, you inhale, lift your hips up. And then if you're comfortable here, let your head drop back. Pressing hands and feet down to help you lift even more. We stay 5 breaths here. Exhale, coming down, sitting. And here you can cross your legs, bring your hands forward, and tuck the toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Again, we come to plank pose. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Inhale, push yourself up for little cobra. Exhale, tuck toes. Sit on your heels and come to downward facing dog. Very nice. Again, stay on your dog for 5 breaths. Elongate the spine. Feeling any difference from the first dog that you did in this practice? Maybe you're feeling more warm now already. From here, on the next exhalation, we can start walking in between our hands, folding forward. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, hands to the heart center, and we are going to do tree pose now, a nice balancing posture. You can stay here in front of your mat. I'm going to turn for the other camera. And then simply grounding the left foot down. And then you inhale, bring the right leg up and bring to the outside of your thigh. If that's too much for you already, you can bring underneath the knee, but never on top of the knee because that causes pressure and can be dangerous to your knee. So choose your variation. You can be here in tree pose. Once you find the balance, bring hands into the heart center and inhale, bring hands up. If you fall, you can try again. Don't worry. Keep trying. We will stay here 5 breaths. So don't rush. You can always pause the video and try as many times as you want. Exhale, bring the hands down. Inhale, leg up. And exhale, down. We do the other side again. So first, move a little bit. Then grounding the right feet to the floor. Bringing the left feet on the same level that you did in the first side. Inhale, bring the hands to the heart center. Exhale here, pause. When you found your balance and you're ready, inhale, bring your hands up into tree pose. And we stay here. 5 breaths again. Remember, one side can be more difficult than the other. That's completely normal. If you fall, try one more time. Pause the video. Try as many times as you wish. Exhale, bring the hands in front of the heart. Inhale, leg up. Exhale, down. Again, moving side to side. So here we come to the top of our mat and we do another small vinyasa. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, hands down. You can walk back into a plank pose. Knees, chest and chin to the ground. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. From here, we come to plank again, and we can do the variation of knees, chest, and chin, or you can try a half chaturanga this time. So bring knees to the ground, untuck your toes, and then slowly bend your elbows and bring your chest down. And you can bring your belly all the way down. We do Shalabhasana. So if you're a little bit outside of your mat, you can come back towards the middle. Here, your hands are on the outside of your body. Your feet are pointing and down. We are going to inhale, lift our chest, hands, and feet up. And balance here for 5 breaths. Shalabhasana pose. Exhale down. You can relax here for a moment, wiggle. Then simply bring your right hand forward and move to your back. And adjust yourself in the mat again for bridge pose. We are coming towards the end of our sequence. So a few more postures to go. So for bridge pose, you can find your heels and simply inhale, lift your body up, interlacing the hands underneath. If that's too much, you can also keep the hands here, simply lifting the hips up. Otherwise, interlace the fingers and press down the feet to lift even more your legs. Try not to open your legs to the side. Keep them close together as if you have an imaginary block in the middle of your legs. After 5 breaths, we come down. And from here, you can open your feet to the outside of the mat and let it drop the knees to one side and the other, releasing any tension on the lower back. Then inhale, bring the knees close to you. Give yourself a little squeeze. And then let the left leg drop, pushing the right leg towards your chest, feeling a nice stretch here. You can stay again 5 breaths. And from here, you can hold your knee and bring to the side for a spinal twist, trying to keep the right shoulder closer to the floor as possible. And you can start bringing your knee with the help of your hand down to the floor and looking to the opposite hand of your knee. Relaxing here. And coming back to the center. Squeeze yourself again a little bit. Bring the right leg down now and squeeze the left leg towards your chest. Feeling a nice stretch in the pelvis. And then with the help of the right hand, push your knee down to the floor for a spinal twist. Again, trying to keep the shoulder down to the floor, looking into the opposite hand of your knee. Inhale, come back up. One more little squeeze before we move into our Shavasana final relaxation. And here, let your body melt in the mat. Open the legs, open the arms, finding space in between your limbs. Inhale deeply. Exhale all the air out. Do this a couple of times. Simply relaxing here after this little flow. And you are welcome to stay in your Shavasana for as long as you wish. Really relaxing here, letting this practice integrate into your body. So I hope you enjoyed this video and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. Namaste.